Hi there, I'm Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is on, I've no idea how to say it, Vogel, I'm Käfig. No idea, it's from Attack on Titan. It's a really beautiful little piece of music. I've done a cover version, so if you want to hear what it sounds like all the way through, go and check out my cover version. I'll put a link in the description and a card above. Go and have a listen to it and then come back here and then I'll teach you it. Just before I teach you it though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comment section, including where in the world you're from, any songs you want to learn, and just what you think of the video. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, keep me doing these videos, I've got a Patreon page where I put the tabs for most of my songs on there, so go and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description. My guitar's in standard tuning. The first 4 bars sound like this. So for that we're playing, the first chord is D3 with E5 and B6. You play them all at the same time. It lasts for 3 beats, so it goes 1, 2, 3. Then we go to this next chord, which is D2, E3 with the open B string. And then into the next bar, bar 2, we've got the open A string with B3 and E5. And we play those all at the same time. And then you're going to play a B5 on its own. So the first 2 bars you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the next bar, bar 3, we're playing A8, E8 and B10 at the same time for 3 beats. And then we go down to 7 on the A string, 7 on the E string and 8 on the B string. Playing those all at the same time. And then bar 4, you just play the open A string with B3 and E5 all at the same time. So that's the first 4 bars, and then this is kind of like the next section. There's lots of different sort of sections in this song. So it starts off. So that's bars 5 and 6. So you play E1 with a G2 and an open E all at the same time for 3 beats, and then E3 with B3 and the open G string, and then to an A minor chord in bar 6, which is your first finger on B1, second finger D2, third finger on G2, and play the middle 4 strings, and then play an open B. So bars 5 and 6 go, oh sorry, then bar 7 we've got, so for that we're playing E1 and B1 at the same time, then E3, then E3 nearest to your face, then B1, and then it's an A sus2 chord in bar 8, which is just D2 and G2 but playing the middle 4 strings. So you've got the open A string and open B string, and then your first finger goes on B1 and it holds it on into bar 9. Don't play anything in the bracket, that's just held on. Okay, so bars 7 and 8 go. So that's the first line. On to the next line. So there's a little bit of an extra gap on this, so it's not perfectly in time, and then this next line starts with which is G, so it's not perfectly in time, you can just sort of bring it in when you want. So G2, and then into bar 11 you've got open A and open E strings, then E3, B3, B1, G2, then open E. So that goes. And then into the next bar we've got E1 and open E string. So E1 nearest to your face, and then open E string nearest to the floor, then B3 and then E. So it goes. So if we put those together it goes. then another open E, then into bar 13, which is E3 with an open E string nearest to the floor, then 2 B3s, and then B3, E, E3, B1, B, and then G2 with an open E string, then B1, and then G2 at the end. So bars 13 and 14 go. And then on to the next line, you've got the open A string and the open E string, then E3 to B3, B1 to G2, then open E. So bar number 15 goes. So into the bar 16 you've got E1 and the open E nearest to the floor, the E3, then B3, then a B1, and then to bar 17 you're playing E3 and B1 at the same time, then open B, then B, E, B, and then A with B1, then B1, B3. So let's play the whole of that line. It goes. 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on to the next line. We're going to play a C chord, or part of C chord. We're going to play the A3, and we've got open G, B1, and open E. So we've got, and then we're playing E1, E, E1, E3, and then E3, B3, and then open G and open D at the same time. So you got 2, 2, 3, B1, then B3. Into the next bar, you've got D2 with open G, B, and E strings, and then E1. Then E, E1, all the way up to E8. So bar 21 goes 2. And then playing this chord, which is a F sus2. First finger's barred across the 8th fret from the A string downwards. And then you just need a finger on G10 and you're playing the A string, then G10, B8 and E8 all at the same time. Then it goes E7, E5, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and so let's just try that whole line. You've got 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay, on to the next line. So you've got E5 and A1 at the same time, then E1 twice, B3, then B3 with A3 at the same time, then a B1, then E1. So that bar 23 goes. And then the next bar goes, which is A4, E1 at the same time, then E3, E4, E3, E3 with D1 at the same time, then E1. So you got. So the only way, or the easiest way of playing it to keep the bass note down is to use your third finger on the A4. And then next bar, bar 25, you're playing E3 and D1 at the same time. And then you're just holding that on. And then at the end of the line there, you've got B1, E3, and that's going to go into the next section. So let's just try that line really slowly. We've got. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So hopefully that makes sense. And then the next line, it starts off with, so E8 and A8 at the same time, then 2 B8s, then E3, B1, E3, which goes, and then the next bar goes, which is A string with E8, E7, E8, E10, E8, B1, E3. So bar 28 goes, and then into the next bar, A8 and E8, then B8, E1, E3 nearest to your face, back to the E1 nearest to the floor, E3, and then E7. So bar 29 goes, and then the bar 30 goes A string and E7, then E8 twice, B1 and E3. On to the next page, if you printed this off from my Patreon page, and it goes, which is the same as one of the other bars we played, so A8 and E8, B8 twice, E3, B1, E3, then open A with E8, E7, E8, E10, E8, E7, so that's, then into the next bar, bar 33, we've got E1 with E3, then open E on its own, E3 nearest to your face, E3 nearest to the floor, B3, E, and we've got open A with B1 in the next bar. So that's, and then the last line, A string with the E7 for a whole bar, E1 with E3 nearest to the floor, then E5, then another open A string with E7, and then E1 with E3. So that just goes like this, goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's the whole song. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, really does help me out. Give me a like on the video as well. Leave me as many comments as possible as well. Let me know where in the world you're from, any songs you want to do, what you thought of the video. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to print the tabs off for this, I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link in the description, and just all the money just helps support me, keeps me doing these videos. Thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.